Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
If it's EPCA,
They 15
Podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
if it's EPCA,
They 4x4.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 4. This is the last 20 minutes. Everything that happens in present time.
it's cool.
I'm kind of done with the past.
Yeah. I'm hopefully this is the end of it.
Because we're kind of caught up
Yeah,
to Mandalorian.
I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, what else are you gonna do? I followed Mando in space. Okay.
That sounds like a really cool movie. Mando in space.
Yeah.
But yeah, we open up and he's in his hyperbolic time chamber thing to heal himself, and he's having a flashback. So he's gonna go after the guys that killed this tribe, but he sees them and there's so many of these guys. There's way too many guards. So he's just hanging out in the sands. We don't know how much time passed.
Oh, we have no idea.
So he's just been like scoping out the joint for a while. Weeks, months, days, who knows. Sees some flares off in the distance. Like, what the hell's that? That's that episode of Mandalorian when Finnick was hunting Mando and they shot those flares to blind her sniper rifle.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what was happening. Remember when we saw her get saved? Like, who's that dude that saved her? This is that part.
Yeah. Which everyone is back then assumed it was Boba Fett because he walks with the spur sound, even though his shoes don't have spurs.
Yeah, because that's the old Wild West kind of like.
Right. And so that was the shot. There was a shot literally from season 1.
So now, we solved that little mystery.
Yeah.
She took a hit in the belly. He's gonna go get her fixed up because she's dying. Takes her to again Battle Angel, Iron City. Everyone has mods. They call them mods. The name of that gang is like the mods, the mod squad.
Like the mobs, yeah.
That's so bad.
So there's a bunch of people with garbage glued on their face.
Guys, it looks like Elite. It doesn't look like Star Wars. I'm sorry.
So we got guys with like binoculars glued in his eyeballs, and a dude has like a honeycomb in his eye.
And everything's too bright and
one
neon.
even has like a Saiyan Scouter.
Yeah, it's like a yellow honeycomb colored thingy
Yeah, that's...
in his eyeball.
And why is everything so neon colored and bright?
And it's like a tattoo parlor because they're playing like, I don't know, house music?
Yeah,
it doesn't sound like Star Wars music. It sounds like music you would hear in some kind of grungy, nasty tattoo parlor.
I feel like maybe they're trying to rebrand Star Wars, but I don't think this is the
This
show.
is for the young kids.
Yeah, I don't think this is where you do it, though.
The lady with the red eyes
Looks cool.
is about as far I like
Yeah.
for my modifications of people. But then, like, yeah, the guy with the scouter, and then there's some, like, Jamaican dude doing the mods on some girl, like a tattoo place.
Yeah.
Like, he's, like, adding some stuff to, like, her back or something. I don't even know what he's doing. And he's, like, walks in with the passed out chick. He's like, dude, what'd you do to this lady? He throws her, like, he didn't throw her. He puts her on the table. He just dumps her like a sack of trash. No, he puts her on a table. He's like, hey, I need you to help. I need your help on this girl. She needs some modifications. He's like, oh,
I don't take walk-ins.
I don't take walk-ins. You have to make appointments. And he like drops a bunch of money, like a money sack, and he's like, she's dying. Well, why didn't you say that? Then he's like, I'm working here. I'm an artist. So he's like, cutting her up. Like,
They're playing like this generic sci-fi music.
yeah, generic sci-fi house music. Again, perfect for Battle Angel.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Sounds like Alita.
And I know people say, oh, Star Wars is kind of old 70-ish, but I don't know if this is going to be the new stuff. It's weird.
But the thing is, it goes too far. It's too far. It's
Well,
too far.
And he takes his arm off and puts another like tool, and it has like a multi-tool thing. Battle Angel, I see it all day long, and it doesn't feel like Star Wars. I'm not saying everything has to always stay the same, but it's too far of a leap.
Right. Maybe if we did it subtle, like a subtle transition of Tatooine becoming this, I feel like it's getting like really quick. We're getting introduced to this really fast.
Or maybe like, there's a trend of new modders coming in because there's people that they're tired of being out muscled by these other races, so the human people are starting to mod themselves with machinery.
Which would make kind of sense, again, because of those mining groups, the ones that took over those small towns of Tatooine, they're going to start defending themselves.
But just a couple lines of dialogue would solve that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he and it's like, again, it's like him playing Operation, water on the knee, Operation. So he's cutting her up and everything and just gives her that belly, like a new belly. And it's like, there's like pumps and stuff and everything in there. So he gets it all done. And I thought this was fun. This is another, like, it's your pride to have modifications. It's like, aren't you going to close up her stomach and hide all that beautiful machinery? Cover it up. I don't want a big, giant, gaping hole in my belly.
Yeah, exactly. I want to make it look like a belly, okay?
Yeah.
Man, all I know is Darth Vader's probably pissed because, like, all this stuff works and doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Like, all Vader stuff was all like... Argh.
But he kind of wanted it to hurt
I
in a
know,
weird way. Like,
in a
he,
weird
like his
way.
anger and hatred and his pain, like, fueled his powers. So, she's like, Finnick 2.0. Thanks for saving my chick. And he goes back, and she wakes up, like, he's like, he has, like, a little, like, fire. And she wakes up, she's like, oh, what happened? It's like, you're dying, and I saved you. And she looks down, she's like, oh, my God.
She
like,
kind of freaked out a little bit.
yeah, when you see machinery in your gut, like it wasn't there before.
Yeah.
He's like, it's the best I can do. But you're alive. And she's like, oh, I guess it's better than being dead.
Yep. And then she's worried about the bounty because she's like, oh.
And he's like, don't worry. He's like, I'll pay you double. Whatever my bounty is, I'll pay you double. I'll pay you double, then cut it in half.
You get paid the same.
So he's like, no, I don't care about that. He's because he was bounty hunter too. It was on Boba Fett. So I thought you were dead. Well,
at first he goes, you can't be Boba Fett. He died. No.
He's like, no, and so he feels bad for her because he gets. So we finally figure out why Boba Fett's doing what he's doing.
Right.
He's sick of going to fight battles for a bunch of idiots and getting myself killed.
And he kind of noticed that because, like, you're gonna die in the desert. I was left in
They
the
abandoned
desert.
you.
Yeah, they abandoned us. Like,
Yeah, they didn't care. We were disposable, and I'm sick of that.
And then the scary part is it was what Boba, Bane, and her, the top three, and literally left for dead.
No, you care. The next guy comes up.
Yep.
It's a dangerous profession. So she's like, okay, so what do you want? He's like, I need your help. I need to get my ship back. Well, where's it at? It's in Jabba's palace. And she's like, oh, yeah, good luck with that, buddy. He's like, no, I already scoped the place out for a little bit. There's some guards, and I don't know how many, but if you help me with this, afterwards the debt's paid. She's like, okay, that sounds like a good idea. And he calls it the fire spray. That's when they officially changed the name from Slave One. But people are trying to say fire spray is the type of ship, like the class of ship it is.
Right.
I don't care. Here's the thing. And then the thing is, he talks about being saved by the Tusken Raiders. He's the Tusken people. Because calling them Raiders is also like, I guess, kind of almost like a slur.
Like a slang, yeah.
Well, here's the question. They made you a slave, Boba. You had to fight to prove yourself. So they weren't like the nicest people to you.
No, he didn't mention that part.
He should have said, they captured me. They used me as a slave. But I proved myself and they allowed me into their tribe. Since I know what it's like to be a slave, I'm rebranding my ship because I'm a new person now. So I'm going to call it something else.
There you go.
It's cheesy. But at least there's a reason for it instead of just pretending it was never called the Slave One.
I know, it's like they're never going to bring it up. No,
yeah, they're never going to even say it.
See, that's so stupid.
And again, that always happens in Star Wars. Like, again, they will never talk about the Princess Slave outfit. They'll never talk about the slave thing. It's all
yeah,
gone.
never be a thing.
And it's like, really? It's a thing. It happened. It's okay.
Yeah, no one died.
Yeah.
Jabba died. She choked his ass out.
Right.
And if he didn't have her in that little bikini with all those chains, she wouldn't have been able to kill him. So his own stupid pigness led to his own death.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Isn't that point yet?
The decadence of what he did. Yeah.
It's funny, you think of all the coolest characters, they were all slaves in Star Wars. You know, Anakin, Boba.
Yeah, Boba.
So she agrees to it. Hey, I'll help you get your ship back. Debt's paid. Okay, cool beans. Let's go check it out. So we're still in the past. This whole episode's like 90% past.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, it even starts out in the tank, like literally the beginning.
So they have that long ass conversation. They go up on the place. He's like, "Hey, let's find out how many people in there." She sends in a drone. The drone flies around. Basically, takes all day to scout it out. So they're waiting outside. The thing comes back. What I just explained was like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Which took
like forever. So this thing flies through there, comes back, and it's a full map. He's like, damn.
There's a lot of guys.
There's a lot of people up in this place. Then she's like, well, then we go in quiet. You know, we be super quiet. We sneak in. Boba lets his bantha go.
Yeah, it's kind of a touching moment.
He's like, hey, I'm going to miss you, but go out there, find other banthas, make bantha babies, have a bantha life. Live your best bantha life. And Finnick's like, don't you want to wait?
Just before you get your ship?
He's like, I'm going to die or I get my ship. So I'm going to set him free first. And he's all like, oh, you're my big snuggle buddy. Like, he's loves animals. Which is super cool. I like the idea that he cares about his animals. So we get a heist movie for the next 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They get his ship back and they get away. I just saved you 15 minutes.
Right, right.
Because like the kitchen scene's so...
So they cut their way into the sewer. They make their way up there. They beat up some robots. One of the chef robots does the whole General Grievous thing.
We're just like with like, butcher knives.
Then She like slits his little robot throat. It's so funny.
Well, they should have done a Grievous. Oh.
And then there's like that little robot, and like Boba's chasing it, and it's so...
Yeah, and he's trying to hit him with the stick, and he's hitting all the pots and
probably
pans.
the worst un-Boba-like thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, the only thing missing is him slipping on a banana peel.
Yeah, it was bad.
It's goofy as F.
Very, very goofy.
It is goofy. It is... This must be for the little kids.
Yeah. Right.
It's so stupid. This whole scene is stupid.
I just want to erase it from my memory.
Yeah, it's so dumb. So they make their way to the hangar, and even Finnick's like, "Are you finished?" Like, because he like grabs the robot and he's like, "Do you know who I am?" The robot's all, "Oh," and he just shuts himself off.
Well, robot guy.
So he like committed suicide.
Yeah.
They get to the hangar, but then basically all that ruckus caused them to like raise the alarms. He runs into the ship. Starts to get it started. It's taking a while to get started up because it's still chained down. He's able to get it up. Finnick jumps on. They fly away. I saved you another 5 minutes.
Yep.
This firefight goes on for a while.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
But it's to the past. We know he gets it.
I know.
We know he gets his armor back.
And also the fear of like, oh no, is Finnick gonna live?
We know she lives. She dies. What the hell? So they get into his ship and they finally get away. It's funny because his ship is an odd thing. It's not like, oh, you jump in your ship and you fly away. Because it like rotates and everything. So it has a weird like, does the cockpit roll? Or is it always in that upright position?
It's always in the upright position. So he has to jump up to his seat. I would think, wouldn't it be easier if the seat came down a little bit?
Yeah, and it was and then locked in place.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
Our astronauts going to space now. That's
yeah.
what it's like. You're like this on your back. It's so weird.
And then when you get up like this, then it's
a wonky design. It's really
so
funky.
When you land, you like have to roll out of the seat.
Yeah, and you jump down. Like you said, it's not a ship for old people. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, my damn knees, Boba.
Yeah, it broke my knee.
So what's the first thing he does with this ship? Finds those bikers and he just slaughters all of them.
Yeah, I go, this is gonna be cool.
This is the Boba we need.
Yeah.
I don't want to go and let's talk about this. Maybe if I offer you a guy's job with the dental package, maybe you won't bullshit anymore. Yeah. And he just murders all these guys.
They didn't even think twice.
It's not, he murders them. And it's so funny because he blasts on all of them, but the last guy he gives him a missile. That's so funny.
Yeah, you deserve it because you're the leader.
I love the noises. Because that's that quick little.
I just love that.
I like the fact that he could have done this from like way up high, but no, he wanted to like see their faces.
Oh yeah.
I need to see that, and look at that face. That like, this is fun. So yeah, he just murdered all those bikers, and it's funny because when he told Finnick about the bikers killing the sand people, she's like, that doesn't make any sense. Like how they shouldn't have been able to do that. So that's why they probably got help from the Pikes.
Yeah, secretly the Pikes didn't want to deal with
I guess
them.
the bikers have some animal on their back on their jacket. Someone said it means something.
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. So then we get another weird scene. He tries to get his armor back from the Sarlacc pit. He finds out it's not in there. Leaves. I saved you 10 minutes.
Yeah, and he kills the Sarlacc.
So he goes and like gets his ship, and he puts the ship like face down. Like normally you go to look into something, but with the ship. So he's like staring into the Sarlacc, and then like grabs on and starting to pull him in.
It's a silly moment.
It's kind of another weird thing. So he ends up dropping a seismic mine in there. Boom. So he goes spelunking inside the belly. He comes climbing back out all covered in muck and gunk. He's like, it's not in there. Then I like how Finnick is a little worried about him. She's like, it's super dangerous and they're going to get all that acid off you. Forget your armor. Who cares? It saved your life. Let's move on. But you can't tell Mandalorian to forget his armor.
Especially it belonged to his father.
You should have slapped that living crap out of her. Don't you ever talk about my armor like that. So I say again that what I just said was like another 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And then oddly enough, after this, Finnick's like, where to next?
And he's like, yeah. So they sit down and I like how he still has that Tuscan life. I'm living that Tuscan life with my girl.
Right.
And he talks about how I was gonna leave this bounty hunting behind. He would have just lived as a Tuscan.
Yeah.
Took a Tuscan wife with little Tuscan babies. That'd be so cool.
But they drew me back in. Just like off
they pulled me back in. But he's like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take Boba's seat. Like, you want to go start a house? He's like, yeah, why not? Oh man, that sounds crazy. He goes, but this time I understand what it's like for people like us. Mm-hmm. And when I run things, we could have made so much money if we all would work together instead of everyone scheming against each other. It's the whole concept of, okay, there's $100 on the table and there's 3 of us. well, if I kill both of you, I get $100. Or none of us fight, we all get $33.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking. And she goes, well, I'll work for you from time to time, but I can't, like, be your only client.
Yeah.
And he goes, the one thing you won't get from those people, you get loyalty from me.
I'll fight for you.
And I'll protect you.
Because know how we got dumped in the trash?
Yeah.
And they left us for dead? I'd never do that to you.
Yeah.
And she knows that he wouldn't.
No, he saved her life when he didn't have to.
Yep. So then it kind of shows him, and it's the clip from the end of Mandalorian where he just walks up in there and takes the chair and like, oh, so he got that. We saw all the backstory. So now we're back in real time. No more flashbacks, please.
Which is good. It's fine.
But I like the part he gets out and that little robot says you're fully healed now. So he's completely healed.
So he doesn't need this anymore.
Yeah. The thing is kind of funny, but what up the scars on the inside? So I was kind of interesting that Finn said that.
Because, there's all the mental stuff, but they can only fix your physical body. So he's good to go.
Which is awesome.
See, but if I was Boba Fett, I'd be a boss, butt-ass naked. I don't care who sees me get ready. He was standing like,
I would
clothe me.
I would have my armor done in front, but the back's all
his ass is out. It'd been so funny that Finnick walks in. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. He's like, no, stay. He just stands there and getting dressed.
I'm going to say, him getting dressed is like the coolest thing ever.
It's samurai.
It is.
It's because you stand there and you're getting all your stuff put on. Then he's like, okay, get my armor. She's like, calm down. You don't need to rush things. And so it's like, but that war's coming. The Pikes are basically mustering all their forces. They're going to come in and they're going to take over the whole planet because they want to mine all that spice.
Yep, and they want to run it between planets.
And slowly but surely, they're going to pick off every house one by one. And Boba sees this. And they're going to want to come after me first because I'm the toughest. So they knock me down, then everyone else is going to fall apart. So they're on their way to get more muscle. And we get to that bar where that one lady, the Twilight there, and they're doing their gambling. There's music. It's a fun time. What's the Wookiee's name? Cassian? Cassian?
Cassian.
Cash Money Records. So Cash Money Records is here, and he's drunk. Because he has he's just drinking stuff. He's
got mugs by him.
Yeah, his pints are like dude's shots. And he sees some of those lizard dudes, and he's like, those guys are having too good of a damn time. I can't be letting that happen. People are like, why? Because I remember reading online, people are like, why did he attack him? They hate each other. Think Klingons and Romulans. They just hate each other. He doesn't even know these dudes' names. But they're those dudes that I don't like, and they're having fun. And I'm angry because I just lost to Boba.
Didn't get
paid. I had to be let loose like a dog.
Yeah.
So even being left alive was even more disgraceful. Time to let off some steam. So he just beats the living hell out of these guys.
And it's bad. I mean, throwing them across the room.
This would be like, I don't know, a professional boxer walking up some guys playing craps randomly in Las Vegas and just beating the crap out of them. These guys aren't fighters. These guys aren't soldiers. So everyone's standing there like, damn, homeboy. And he picks up one dude and he's gonna bite his head off.
Yeah, do something, break him in half.
Lady of the house comes out. Cassian, please, you were a champion. I saw you in the arenas. You brought thousands of people, but those days are gone. You have nothing to prove. You're basically, we all know you're a badass.
And they say, well, now it's kind of frowned upon what you did, so you can't do it anymore.
Yeah, might get everyone cheering in the past, but not no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's time, and then it just goes, and you have nothing else to prove.
They go, look, you've part of a big bar tab. You let him go, we'll pay your debts paid.
He's like, yeah, you've been drinking all night.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
She's like, so just put him down. Let everyone get back to their fun. And he's like, how about my fun? Yells at the dude, tears his damn arm off.
Ooh,
and then he goes and he pays his bar tab. Here you go.
and then it goes back to the idea of when Han said, yeah, they can tear arms off like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like, boop.
I love what Boba says.
He's been watching this whole time.
Yeah, he goes, you tried.
He tried. And she kind of just gives him like, yeah, I did. Like,
why does she have eyebrows?
Half human.
That's the only, and that's why her skin's very pale.
Pale, yeah. So that's what people are saying is that yes, we're probably gonna get more different versions, or it's gonna be human, more Twilight, more this and that.
That's gonna be cool. So yeah, homeboy just he's like, I'm gonna do it, but then Cassian, I'm gonna leg. He totally tears the dude's arm off. They don't show it ripping off. You see him hit the ground. You see his arm on the other side, like, hey.
Yeah, if it would have been there any longer, blood would have been.
That sucks. These guys came to this bar to have a good time, and this dude rips my arm off. And no provocation. Nothing.
Right, and it probably doesn't even help relations between those two races. Now they're like, yeah, we don't like Wookiees more.
It's on site with these bros. They're wearing the wrong colors in his neighborhood. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's it. They did nothing wrong but exist.
They exist.
Their sin was being born. So, yeah, he just pays his tab and he's going to walk out. And Boba's like, dude, that was dope. He should have given him fist bump. He's like, hey, he looks like you need a job. I'm like, oh, dude, he's going to hire a homeboy.
He turns around. I'm like, yeah.
I like that. Because this guy's... And the thing is, and since he's like that bounty, he's still like all about that money. So he hires him. So that's a little bit of muscle.
Yeah. That's a lot of muscle.
And just him being in the room. See, Boba knows, and Boba will fight this guy because I'll fight anything. But regular people, even with the blaster, I don't want to fight no damn Wookiee.
Yeah, he's not just a normal gangster. He's a gangster that can fight back. He's not just,
Yeah.
my men do this. No, it's not that kind of guy.
So, yeah, he's get Cassian on his team.
Nice.
What should have been from the beginning.
I know.
But I guess you had to let him go, I guess, to make him like, to prove up, like, okay, I'm going to still give you your manhood. You can go instead of like...
So they have their big mobster meeting.
Yeah.
All the houses come to like have dinner and let's talk business. I like how Phoenix like his hype man.
Yeah.
She like tells the story about how that one guy took over. He was the false throne. You guys just let it happen, and it took my boy here, Fett, to come in and make it right. And so she's like, yeah. So now he's the way you listen to Jabba, you listen to him, because when he went down, all you guys took off. And he's like, that was move, man, because none of you guys had Jabba's back. Now my boy's in charge. It ain't gonna be like that no more. He starts talking. Hey, we can all benefit from working together. They're like, pfft. Because he's like, the Pikes are coming in. They're muscling their way in here. They're gonna take Tatooine from us, slowly but surely. They're gonna mine. They're gonna slowly but surely turn us all against each other, and they're gonna just wipe us out one by one. They seem to only be your problem, Boba.
Right.
Why don't we don't want nothing to do with this?
And we make a lot of money with the spice
And he
trade.
goes, what's the difference? Why don't we just get rid of you, too? We could just do that.
And he's like, well, because with me, I basically I'm giving you my word, but they only know treachery.
Right.
They don't know honor.
And so that's what was so funny. At that moment, the Rancor just...
The Rancor goes...
And he got mad.
And everyone's all like, whoa. He's like, oh, boy. Oh, he's a little hungry. I like that because... No, why? Because I'm going to push a button. All you guys going to fall in my Rancor pit.
Yep.
That's tight. He's got to ride that Rancor.
Yeah,
he's got to
ride it.
If
he rides it, I'm gonna forgive this series all the way if he rides it.
Yeah,
I don't care if it's for like 2 minutes. He's got to ride it.
Because at that point, that's legend. That's like, oh yeah, Boba Fett rode a Rancor into battle.
And that's like his Palamon thingy that carries him around. It's his Rancor. How tight is that?
Oh, no one's going to mess with you.
And
So,
Danny Trejo's the one who taught him the way. He had to do it.
Danny Trejo's in a little side saddle with him. It's like his homeboy.
He's all like this on the side.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
So then they all kind of sit back down after all scared, and he kind of says, hey, how about this then? If you aren't going to join arms with me, just stay neutral. If the Pikes come for you for help, just tell them what you just told me. Tell them your war. If you're wanting a war with Boba, that's your war. It ain't my war.
Right.
Just
And they're all
stay out
like,
of it.
okay.
We can do that.
Yeah.
But
Because
then-
they're probably thinking, oh, the Pikes are going to crush him anyways, and he'll just sweep in and take it.
Yeah. And if Boba wins, hey, we listened to what you said.
Yeah. I get either way. I lose no men. I lose nothing.
I lose nothing.
Because he's like, I'm going to make this street safe again. We're all going to make a ton of money. We're going to work it my way. And I like, okay, so the best he got was for them to be neutral.
Which was a good play by him because
The-
they weren't going to join.
Well, but again, they're gonna. Well, let's see. I lose no assets. It's a win-win, so they don't care.
But this one dude, it's like the guy that was the most mouthy, I think he's going to betray him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Even Phoenix says at the end of this meeting, do you trust any of them? And
I trust them to work in their own best interest. And, it's like I said, do I get into this fist fight and win $100 or not fight and risk nothing? I don't know. Might as well just stay out.
Right. And that would be the logical, but then again, though, when you get greedy, I'll take the $100.
Yeah.
I'll risk it.
Oh, if I help this guy cheat, but if I get caught being the guy helping him cheat, I'm going to get my butt kicked.
Right.
So then they're like, how much treasure do we have? He's like, I got plenty of credits. I just need muscles. Like, with the right amount of credits, you can get all the muscle you want. And then we hear, woo, so we hear the freaking Mando.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see Mando, Boba needs me.
Boba
He just
needs
knows
me.
it. He just knows it.
Throws a jetpack on, just flies.
He's just flying out in outer space. So he's gonna get Mando, right?
Oh yeah, for
That's
sure.
tight.
Because why do that? Why do that little sting at the end?
Bring them all in. Good Night Watch.
That'd be so sick.
Bring the princess in, all of them. They need the money.
Be like, you thought, and you just need to show up. Though, remember when all Mando's homeboys showed up that one time and they laid waste to that town? He's got to do something like that. Saying
about 30, 40 of those
I can snap my fingers and all these Mandalorians are going to show up in Tatooine and they're going to kill every mother effer. I look at them, give them the wink, they're going to kill everybody. So they're going to fly away and do their thing. But no, at any time they can all come back and do this again. He's got to do something like that.
And the princess will be due because she wants to get she's going to want to have money to build Mandalore again. So.
Yeah, to build a fleet. And with this,
to take back Mandalore. Yeah, she's going to need it.
Yeah. But notice how Boba didn't tell the guy they're going to stop selling spice. He doesn't like it.
Yeah, because he told him the spice isn't the way to go. And I feel like, I don't know, they kind of like selling it.
I remember several episodes in Rebels having that about the spice trade in that one planet.
Yeah.
It's prevalent in the end of the Clone Wars too.
So, yeah, that's the wrap of the episode. We hear the Mando theme song, so hopefully Mando's in the next one.
Yes, this episode is a mixed bag.
Everything in the future was pretty tight.
Yeah.
On the past, I'm sick of it.
No, I think that's it. I think
we're done. My goodness, that's like you sat through the really long opera, and then there was like an encore you didn't want to sit through, but it's over. I think.
Yes.
I think it's finally over.
Because I think we were done last episode with
the past.
With the past.
So now we're all caught up because now the tank, he's healed from the tank. I think that was like that metaphor of being healed, and now he's done. Okay, setting up. I guess it's 2 more episodes.
2 more episodes, yeah.
We'll probably watch the next 2 next week, like back to back.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're not too long. But yeah, mixed bag on this one.
Yeah, mixed bag. I would say bag. 7?
Yeah. Because the ending and then the Mando music at the end.
Slightly better than Bad Batch.
Bad
Batch episode. But guys, I want more than just that.
He needs to get the helmet on. I want to see a big battle. There needs to be a really cool big battle.
If we're the Mandalorians and then like you said, the people that are going after him, yeah.
Here's the thing. But I know this is like Outer Rim stuff, but is the Republic gonna want to let Tatooine be like this gangster planet and just let it be?
But it's out of their range.
It's out of their range, and technically, even when it was the Republic, they didn't touch it. Because think about it, the Republic let slave trade happen on Tatooine.
Mm.
It's kind of like it's so far away, it's not our problem. That's what they treat it like.
Yeah,
I don't like that, but
not
that's
on in my backyard.
Yeah,
just to go to the bad side of town.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, you have the nice gated community, and then you have like the really crappy, nasty. That's what Tatooine is.
Yeah.
You always have your Coruscants and yeah,
and your Alderaans. Hey.
Oh, used to.
Yeah, when you used to. Oh,
got destroyed.
But the next 2 episodes should be pretty cool because we're gonna Mando.
Yeah, exactly. For sure. That music.
It's
part.
His.
Yeah, it's his.
They show up like, yeah, he's my boy here. He's done killed a lot of people. I kill a lot of people. We know how I kill people. So, this when they say they're going to war. When I think of Star Wars war, I think of fleets of ships blockading planets.
This is gonna be more like a ground war.
This is more like it's like a street battle.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Is it gonna be this big grand battle? Is it gonna be like this small, like on the streets of Mos Espa?
I think it's gonna be a smaller one because I think the Pikes aren't as strong as they used to be, and I don't think they have the same kind of pull as they did back in the day. To sit there and send all ships and like, you know what I mean?
You kind of need a little bit more, like, and I said this in the other video, but I'm going to switch it. We need a little more Kingpin in this situation. Yeah. Someone who's ruthless. You've got to be ruthless. That's the only way you're going to survive this. Yeah, it's just...
But, do you think anyone dies in the last episode? Do you think Finnick dies? Do you think Boba dies and gives it to Finnick?
Could.
Man, Boba Fett dies, that would tick me off.
No, I don't think you kill him just because why bring him back to kill him?
So he can have his final thing, and then maybe his death, and all the other houses see that he died protecting all of them. So maybe that changes everything to a little bit more honor based, a little bit.
But can the season 2? I know it won't be Boba Fett anymore, but will that even make it a season 2?
I don't know, but do you think Finnick dies? Maybe. Do you think there's a death? Do you think there's a death?
Hold on, I wonder if that Wookiee dies.
But a death where people care. Because we just met that guy, so it doesn't really matter if he dies.
People die.
Not fat boys.
Fat boys.
Fat boys, no!
Fat boy,
not the Rancor, no.
Yeah.
But, it should be, looks like they're building up towards it. The next episode's The Coming Storm. That's the name
it is, yeah.
But hopefully we get to that storm and it's going to be badass.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Crimson's in here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, you can contact us on any of the social media platforms in the description down below. And while you're here, be sure to click on one of the videos over on the right.